Now entered into Tony Tone's world. The Tony Tone's world.
I don't even know where to start, dude. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm ashamed.
You're ashamed? I mean, hey, I think we both, you know what we should do? I think because we both have two teams that are just shitting the bed, and it's clear at this point that neither of our teams are going to make a playoff run or do much. I think we should make a Super Bowl pick for ourselves, and that'll be the team that we follow for the rest of the season, like in the podcast, and you know, because obviously we don't even want to talk about our teams at this point because they're just bad. I mean, so you know, I don't know. I just think that'll be interesting, something extra to do.
Well, first off, you saying that just reminds me of you saying there's no second teams and all that bullshit you were telling me the first week. You remember that?
So this is for the podcast. This is clearly for the podcast. It's not for, you know, second team wise. It's absolutely just for the podcast.
I would disagree.
So let's relax on that. And I'm not talking about a second team.
I will say, you can't go. How many games are there in this year? Is it 16?
17.
17?
17, right?
Because they just changed it, right? No, it says there's 18.
Well, 18 in a bye.
Oh, right. Okay, so 17.
Yeah.
So.
Or maybe that's 18. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's 17.
So we can't. So really, in reality, the Bears could technically go 13 and 14, 13 and 4.
Okay, come on.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Come on.
I'm not ready to give up on the Bears yet. I know
there's such thing as being a fan and blind faith, but that's just like not realistic, bro.
Yeah.
You can it's fine to say that stuff like that at the beginning of the year and actually like because you have no idea, right? But at this point, you've had a pretty good look at your team. Like you know where your team stands. I know that my team's not even have a fucking 500 record at this season. They're gonna probably be negative, almost guaranteed at this point, especially because it looks like Dak Prescott is fucking gonna be out for the year potentially.
What happened to him?
I guess it's his hamstring, but there's a little more to it. I don't know exactly what it was called, but I saw something that said he could potentially be out for the rest of the year, and I have no clue if that's just, you know, media saying shit or how, you know, speculative it was. But who knows?
Do you think that is just a cop out?
No.
No?
No.
I kind of do.
No, I don't think it's a cop out. I think he legit got hurt. Because if it was a cop out, like I'd understand if they had like some type of QB controversy, right? But neither of our backups are that guy. Like there's no like backup that was like a question mark of they're gonna be the next guy up. They're not. They know Trey Lance is not gonna be the guy. He's proven he can't be. And Cooper Rush he's just, you know, a backup guy that can fill a few spots. He's never gonna take. He's not better than Dak.
Didn't they trade for Trey Lance?
Yeah, they gave away like a 6th or 7th round pick
what if he comes in and just becomes a baller and just fucking plays?
Hey, fuck it, then I hope he does. I hope he fucking does, bro. Like, shit. Let's do it. Trey Lance, but he did shit in the preseason. Like, the guy, he looked like a chicken with his head cut off, running around like fucking Will Levis out there in preseason. So he's not it.
We'll get to Will Levis in the Titans, but yeah, I don't know. The Cowboys just like complete garbage. I'm happier that I'm a Bears fan because we have a better outlook than fucking Cowboys right now because they are just straight garbage, straight doo doo.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to relax. With they're
If the
literally on the same level, bro.
if the Cowboys and Bears played this season,
Nah,
the
fuck
Bears
that. Cowboys will beat them. I'm
the
gonna
Bears
stay
would be
behind. I
the
don't give
Bears
a
would be
shit.
favored. The Bears would be favored, and they whoop that
Bears,
ass.
Bears are trash. You all got beat down 29-9 by the
You guys
fucking
got
Cardinals.
beat by Kirk Cousins.
You're right. Kirk Cousins is better than the Cardinals.
He came to your trap and took over your trap.
Kirk Cousins is better than the Cardinals. You guys literally did nothing against one of the worst defenses in the league. The Cardinals are trash. The defense is garbage. There's nobody. You can do nothing.
We got ran over. I mean, we just got ran on the whole game. We got ran on. Caleb Williams either was holding the ball too long. The defensive pressure was there. He was getting sacked on 4-11. He got sacked like on the 50-yard line. I mean, it was horrible. The whole game was just horrible. They couldn't get nothing going. They're calling for Matt Eberflus's head here in local Chicago. I kind of almost agree with them. Like, this is pitiful.
You guys stay calling for coaches' heads. Like, that's your go-to.
And please do not bring Mike McCarthy over here. I do not want to see that dude over here.
Hey, you can have him at this point. I want Mike McCarthy out. I don't typically call for coaches' heads or whatever, but yeah, I'm done with. Honestly, our entire coaching staff can go right now because
you just want to end this podcast.
Let's end it right here, bro. Like, there's nothing left to talk about now. That's what I'm saying. We just need we should come together on one Super Bowl pick, and that'll be like our pick. I'm telling you, why not? What would hurt? But
no, I'm still going with the Bears, baby.
Trash. Yeah, I guess you just like the pain and punishment of rooting for the Bears, and
I'm hopeful that something actually starts coming to fruition here. Just something looks a little bit better. I mean, we're 4-4, we're 500. I mean, we can get to 13 wins right now. Let's go. We go with the Patriots, win. Packers at home, win. Vikings at home, win. Lions at home, win. Or Lions, they're at Lions.
Fuck out of here! You're not winning any of those games.
No, honestly, we could probably win one of those games and probably lose the next 3 after that. Oh man, I'm gonna be fucking depressed. I'm gonna need a psychiatrist after this fucking series of SuperContest
Your next
episodes.
6 games, you'll be lucky if you win 2.
Patriots win. Packers, Vikings, Lions, 49ers, Vikings, Lions. Oh, God. We're going to be put to the test for sure.
Yeah, that's a fucking nasty half of the schedule. You guys, you could easily, over your next 8, you can go 2-6.
Wasn't it last year that we had one of the easiest schedules? I think
no, technically it was this year. You guys were supposed to have
it?
one of the easiest schedule strengths, but a lot of the teams that are on your schedule ended up being better than everybody thought. The Commanders are better than everybody thought. The Lions, the Vikings, and the Packers. Nobody thought they were all going to be as good as they've been.
Yeah.
So yeah, it ended up being stronger than anticipated. But it was this year. You guys had like one of the bottom strength of schedules in the league.
And Christian McCaffrey may be coming back to play this weekend.
Yeah, supposedly they said he's going to play.
I don't wish injuries upon anyone, but if he could be, sit out the game that he plays against us, that'd be great. I'd appreciate that, CMC.
I mean, they didn't even need him to beat us, so like, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you other than do you want Dak out? And then who's your running back? And then do you trade CD Lamb for picks? Because
no.
Just blow it all up.
We're not a fucking fire sale. Absolutely not. It's not a fucking fire sale. Let's dial that shit back right now. There definitely needs to be some coaching changes. Absolutely. But no, it's not a fire sale.
Who do you want them to trade for a QB, or who do you want them to get?
For a QB? I don't know. I'd have to do a dive and really think about it, but I don't really
get Justin Fields.
Fuck no, I don't want Fields.
What
Plus,
about your running
Fields,
backs?
you have to have a. He's a guy that you need an offensive coordinator with a new school type of um playbook. And Mike McCarthy's so old school, like he would never be able to. He wouldn't know what to do with him. That's probably why Trey Lance won't do well at the Cowboys either, because his play calling will never fit what Trey Lance does. Like it's just never gonna work.
What about I'm blanking his name. Not Carson. The QB for the Saints.
Derek Carr? No,
Derek
I want
Carr.
Derek Carr.
No.
No.
All right. Well, y'all just
Especially the way Derek Carr would be getting his wide receivers hurt, and Olave took a nasty shot.
Oh, that was such a bad hit.
His second concussion this year and fourth one overall. Like nobody's. I mean, it's being talked about somewhat, but damn, like that guy's had more concussions than Tua, and some people are calling for that guy to retire, especially two, like, within a month or two, I think it is.
Right.
And that one was nasty. I mean, that was a nasty shot, and I think it got less publicity than Tua. I mean, obviously, a quarterback is always going to get a little bit more spotlight, but
yeah,
that shot, I mean, oof.
He also gets his wide receivers pissed off too. Do you see Michael Thomas's tweets or Instagram post?
Michael Thomas went in on him. Yeah.
That was pretty. Did Michael Thomas even play this year?
No, Michael Thomas isn't signed. He's not signed to any team.
Oh, okay. So what the hell is he talking about?
Well, he was on the Saints over the last few years with Derek Carr, so he's played with Derek Carr.
So is he just salty?
I mean, it might be a little salt. It could be. I mean, unless the guy's been saying that Derek Carr is bad. I don't know. I mean, he didn't really say. Michael Thomas was never really a strong media guy. Like, he didn't ever really throw too much shade in the media or put a lot of stuff out there. So it's kind of interesting that he is now.
Yeah.
Or maybe he did it non-publicly before, and now he's finally, after seeing that, what happened to Olave, that he's finally.
I remember when he first came into the league, he had like his first or second year of the league, he was just a monster.
Oh, dude, he was a monster for a while, not just the first few years.
Well, when they won did he win the Super Bowl with Drew Brees?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. I don't know if he was on that team.
I only remember like 1 or 2 seasons that he was a monster. I guess maybe fantasy purposes, but I mean, yeah, he was just he was a great talent. I'm surprised he's not playing now.
Yeah, he was really good until his ankle. He had like severe ankle injuries for a while. Like, he just could not ever get it right. Yeah. Kind of almost like who's on your team now? Allen.
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen. Like, he's always like busting up his hamstring. He had like 2 straight years where he was just like could never get on the field. It's kind of the same way I feel right now with TJ Higgins. He seems
he's always injured.
He was injured a lot last year. This year it's been the same thing. Like, he's just
same with Mike Evans. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. I feel like they're always. I mean, granted, Chris Godwin's out for the year, but
Chris Godwin's, it's usually like something serious though, right? Mike Evans was more like always some soft tissue type injury with his hammies or quad or something like that. Godwin was I think this year obviously it was pretty severe, and 2 years ago it was his knee. So his were like pretty significant injuries every time.
Yeah. Yeah, also with the Bears, there's like some controversy of DJ Moore walked off the field halfway through a play or at the end of a play and stuff like that. I don't know if they really said what really happened, but I don't know. The play was about to be over. Like, he was at the sideline. Like, he just kind of walked off. I guess he could have actually got back in and tried to make, a play on the ball, but I don't know. I mean, the whole game was just trash. I could see why his frustration just led him to do that.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember, like, DJ Moore, every team he's been on, he hasn't had like a strong counterpart or anybody else that they went to. He was always that guy. Like he would get the most targets. He was just such a focal point. And now, I mean, he's still technically their guy, but they're not getting the ball to him. I don't know if that's Caleb or the play calling or whatever it is. Dude, sorry, segue, but Jamar Chase just got another touchdown while we're doing this podcast. He now has 3 touchdowns, and he's going off in this Thursday night game, which is absolutely wild.
That's crazy. I'm glad I started him.
264 yards for 3 touchdowns and 11 receptions currently.
And what's the score?
Wow. 38 seconds left, and it's about to be 35-35.
Oh, so overtime.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
If Cincinnati, well, it's technically they have to kick the extra point right now to make it a tie game, but yeah, could potentially go to
Justin Tucker just missed a field goal too right before we got on here for the extra point. Oh, that sucks. Damn. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I don't really want to talk about there's a couple highlights I guess I could talk about. Saquon Barkley. Did you see that run that he had?
The one where he did the backwards fucking
hurdle.
Dude, that, first of all, it was nice. It was a great play. Great to see. But that shit's so dangerous. Like, I'll be honest, like, I love seeing that type of stuff, but it's also like I feel like it's a bad example that they sometimes show shit like that and give it so much hype, because you could get hurt like nasty doing some shit like that.
Or you look fucking pretty badass.
Well, he did. He looked badass. Like, it was dope. But like, you know, some kid tries that all of a sudden in high school or at college, and I mean, that could be a crazy injury. Yeah. I don't know. Hurdling is just it's great to see, but if it goes wrong, like that shit you could be flipping in the fucking air, and next thing you know, you're landing on your head. Like, a lot of these guys have just been lucky that they haven't. It hasn't gone wrong.
Will Levis, you brought Will Levis up earlier. I don't think he played. He's injured still?
He's still injured, yeah. Mason Rudolph is about to take his starting spot because they just won.
That game was actually pretty entertaining. They went to overtime. I mean, what's his name? May drew threw that interception at the end, but in overtime. But it was actually pretty entertaining. I mean, for shitty teams. I mean, at this point, do we stack our teams up against the Titans and I mean, we lost. Didn't we lose it? I think the Bears lost to the Titans. My memory is so horrible sometimes.
No, I don't think you guys lost to the
Titans.
I don't.
No, we did not. We won.
Yeah,
we won. All right.
And the Commanders game was a good game. I can't believe the Panthers beat the Saints. The Saints are just, and that's with Derek Carr back.
But Chris Olave did go out.
Yeah, he did go down. Kamara had a great game, which I love because I have him in fantasy. But the one thing that bothered me, right, like I saw in that game, towards the end of the game, I forget what happened exactly, but basically the Saints didn't convert on something. And then on the sidelines, I see Carr and Kamara just kind of like chopping it up, laughing and talking about something. And I'm like, to me, it's like, if I was a Saints fan and I saw my star players doing some shit like that, it'd be like, they don't give a fuck that they're about to lose to the Panthers. Like, dude, I don't know. It's not a good sign to me, like, to see that they just don't care. They're just out there collecting a check, and they can give a fuck less when they're 2-7 and literally the bottom of the barrel. Like, you're losing to the Panthers, dude. Like, you're bad. Are you just throwing it up completely for a draft pick at this point? Because that's horrible.
Yeah. I didn't watch too much of the game. I was kind of focused on the just red zone, really, in the morning. Did you watch any of the Lions or Packers game?
I did. That was a really good game too. They went back and forth. But I will say, Jordan Love was playing through an injury. He was definitely hurt. You could tell that he was struggling. He had a lack of mobility, especially on some of his runs, or just even when he would roll out. You could tell he was laboring a lot. So he wasn't at 100% strength. The score ended up being 24-14. And, I mean, he did throw 273 yards, but you could 100% tell that he wasn't at full strength.
Yeah, I mean, they ran all over them between Jameer Gibbs and Montgomery.
Yeah.
The Lions look pretty fucking good, man.
The Lions are great. The one thing I will point out, and he didn't do amazing in this game. He only had 145 yards, but Jared Goff is absolutely killing it right now. I don't know if you saw, but even Aaron Rodgers was like giving him a lot of hype and praise because of how well he's playing right now, and not just like how well the Lions are playing, but this guy has only had like 8 incompletions or some shit like that over 5 games, or like a stupid amount of his accuracy and completion percentage is insane. And maybe it's part of the gameplay calling for the Lions. But I mean, every time I click onto the game, the guy is like, "Oh, Jared Goff is 10 for 10 and 15 for 15, and oh, that's his first incompletion, and it's now the third quarter." Like he's doing a killer job over there.
That reminds me of God damn, I'm forgetting people's names. Kyle Murray. I think it was in the second half, end of the second half. He was like 8 for 8. Basically, they ran it all over us this past game. But yeah, I mean, I wish we would have one of those games soon. I mean, Caleb Williams had a couple of those in the beginning of the year, but we need to get back to it. Our offensive coaching, I mean, the play calling is just horrendous right now. I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
The crazy part is Kyler Murray, I think, is one of the most inaccurate passers in the league.
But he didn't have to do much. He didn't have to do much. They were just running it right down our throat.
Yeah. I mean, I think their third string ran like a 40 or 50 yard touchdown, right? The DeMarcado or something like that.
Yeah. DeMarcado. Yeah. Buccaneers Chiefs on Monday night. That was a pretty good game.
That was a good game. I had hoped that the Bucs were actually going to beat them, but they couldn't stop the Chiefs. I don't know if you saw the clip of when Mahomes and Mayfield were flipping the coin.
Yeah.
And it was like he knew. He was like, my defense isn't going to stop him.
Yeah.
When they didn't get the ball, he's like, my defense isn't going to stop him. We're not even going to get a chance. And that's exactly what happened.
I feel like they change the overtime rules every couple of years.
No, they haven't changed overtime in a while.
No, I swear I thought it was like each team gets a possession.
No, well, they get a possession if it's just a field goal. Like, you can't win on just a field goal. You have to score a touchdown.
Gotcha.
But okay, so the reason why I think you might feel differently is because in playoffs, that in the playoffs, it's different. Even if you score a touchdown, the other team, I believe, still gets a chance. Like, each team gets an opportunity to have the ball regardless of a touchdown or not.
Maybe so that's what I'm thinking.
That may be why, because it was different in the playoffs. I think like 2 or 3 games went to the playoffs last year, and that was the case. So I think that may be where you feel that way.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, the Chiefs somehow, some way, just keep winning at the very end. Whether it's the last couple minutes of fourth quarter or if it's in overtime, but they keep winning.
Yep.
So, all right, let's go straight to our super contest here. Again, Big 5 teams against the spread.
And we got 3, right? We got 3 this week.
I'm gonna be honest. My reaction right now is gonna be truthful. I have not looked at it.
I'm not sure either. I think we got 3, but I'm that's a guess. I don't recall exactly.
Part of the reason why I don't look is because I want to know what I want to have the reaction here.
Yeah.
So, let's see.
Watch it be like 0.
Nope. We got 3.
Okay.
So let me see.
I don't even remember which ones we picked.
Here we go. Week 9. Texans we got wrong. Oh yeah, it's because the Jets. I told you, motherfucker, that they were gonna. Sorry, I didn't mean to go all crazy like that. I told you that they were gonna win.
The Texans were in that game, and then they scored 2 late touchdowns, and
The Commanders, they covered.
Yeah.
Lions covered.
Yep.
Rams covered.
Yep.
Colts. Who picked the Colts? Was that me?
Yes, that was you. So both of our individual picks, we were wrong.
All right, let's go to week 10. What happened with the Bengals and Ravens?
Oh my! What happened? Did he miss the extra point? They went for 2.
Oh, there were what was the? It was 35-35, and they went for 2.
No, it was 35-34, and the Bengals went for 2, and they passed the ball, and it was incomplete, and they lost the game.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow. That's some shit like you only see in a rivalry game, right? Like, we want to beat these fuckers that bad that we don't even want to risk overtime. We're just, wow.
Damn.
That's some ballsy shit right there.
Yeah.
That's some ballsy shit. I mean, it didn't go their way. I respect it. But you look like an idiot now.
Right.
You look like a respectable idiot because you just lost on a fucking call like that. I mean, the only way it's justifiable is if you're something wrong with your kicker, right?
Yeah.
Or if it doesn't hurt you. But when you're obviously going to be behind, that's the leader in your division, and you're behind them, you can't risk, not, I don't know. That's interesting.
That's it. Where was it? It was at. Oh, it was in Baltimore. All right.
It was in Baltimore. Yeah.
It'd have been even more shitty if they were at home.
Imagine.
All right. Giants at Panthers. Giants -6.5. My gut would almost tell me go Panthers +6.5.
I mean, maybe.
But I'm not really hard, set in stone on that. I'm not really. Well, pause. So yeah. Bills at Colts. Colts +4.
I like the Bills.
Yeah, -4. I agree. Well, I don't know. Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco didn't do shit last week. You were Joe Flaccoing last week against the Vikings, and didn't do much.
Bears, Patriots at home. Bears -6. I'm gonna stay away from this game. I don't even want to bet it. I don't even want to bet that. Broncos. Oh, your boy. Broncos at Chiefs. Chiefs -8.
My boy.
I seen you pick him up in the fantasy league.
I did. I'm gonna need a QB in like 2 weeks, so I picked him up just because I needed a QB and I had
in case anybody else wants that trash.
Dude, hey, you can say trash, but he's fucking in the top 10 in fantasy points scored for QBs. So, talk your own shit. But I'm 9-1 or 8-1 in that league, and you're in like 7th place. So
no, I'm not in 7th place. Jamar Chase just got me up to 6.
Oh, Jamar Chase. You are in. Hold on, you're in 6th. You're in 6th place.
Oh, I'm about to be in 4th.
Okay, well, I'm gonna stay in 1st. So
all right. Broncos Chiefs -8. It's a lot of points. I don't know. I mean, I would probably lean Chiefs here.
I like some other games better than that one, so let's just
Falcons Saints. Falcons -3.5.
I like the Falcons there.
I would agree with you,
but I do like other games better than that one, so you can go still.
Vikings Jags. Vikings -7. 49ers Buccaneers. 49ers -6.5.
Yeah, they're gonna get.
That's tough because if CMC comes back.
Yeah.
Steelers Commanders. Commanders -2.5.
That's gonna be a good game. I'm actually looking forward to that one because the Steelers have a decent defense. But the Commanders are just playing so well right now.
Yeah. Titans Chargers -7.5. Justin Herbert's I think he's like a top 10 QB right now for fantasy purposes.
For Herbert, yeah. But the Titans do have a sneaky good secondary, or they're good against the run and secondary. So that's going to be an interesting game. I honestly, I can see the Titans covering on that. The Chargers don't run away with against anybody. So that one's the line on that one. I would be comfortable picking the Titans, to be honest. But yeah.
Okay. Eagles, Cowboys, Eagles minus 7.5. I'm taking the Eagles on that one. So when do we find out if Dak is playing or not?
Oh, Dak's not playing at all. He's out 100%.
Oh,
For a period of time. I just don't know if he's out for the season. So he's out 100%, but for that game and a few games actually. But
interesting. Jets at Cardinals. Jets minus 1.5.
I like the Jets.
I don't know if I can keep putting trust into Aaron Rodgers. I'm not sure. Lions at Texans. Lions minus 3.5. I like the Lions here.
Lions. Yeah, I like the Lions.
All right. Dolphins at Rams. Rams minus 1.
It's gonna be a interesting game. I'm kind of leaning towards the Rams
with all their weapons back and stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be a close game. So the fact that the line is basically just a toss up is great. But the Rams are going to be at home,
which means nothing in LA because you guys aren't real true sports fans.
Okay, let's simmer down. We're absolutely sports fans. What we literally. Dude, did you not see the damn parade for the Dodgers?
All right, we can talk about that in a second. Let's go. We're on the SuperContest. Let's not talk about trash right now.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right, so the Jets, Rams. I think I would like to say. I'd say I feel more comfortable with the Commanders over the Steelers.
Then what?
Then the Jets or the Rams.
Okay, that's fine. I'm good with either one. Either one of those.
All right, and then for your pick, who would you like? You're gonna pick the Patriots.
No. You make your pick. I'm thinking on what I want to do. I was gonna make a pick, but I'm not going to.
All right, I'm taking the Eagles minus 7.5.
You're a dickhead. That's the one I was gonna pick just to be funny because of the fact that it's against the Cowboys and we're trash, and that's most likely what's gonna happen. So, you fucking asshole. So what do we pick so far? We got the Bills.
We got chalk right now, which I don't like.
You don't like?
I don't know. I just think we need to go against whatever we say. So we should take the Colts. we should take the Steelers, Cowboys, and Texans.
I mean, we got 3 last week. There was the ones that we tried to pick opposite that.
Yeah, you're right.
You tried to force the Colts pick, which I didn't like, and you didn't like my Texans pick, and both those picks were the ones we went anti-chalk. And what happens? We fucking lost both of them. So,
the Texans didn't look good this past week. Was it? I'm pretty sure it was this past week, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're going to get Collins back. Remember, that was the game, though. They missing 2 of their top wide receivers because they don't have
Stephon Diggs anymore.
Stephon Diggs or Nico Collins.
Okay, I feel a bit more confident about the Lions then.
Right. But I don't know if Nico Collins is coming back. I heard that Nico Collins has the potential to play this weekend. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know how legitimate that was. Which Nico Collins is an absolute dog. So that he makes a big difference. Yeah, so like 1 day ago, Nico Collins passes all hamstring tests, no setbacks, not designated. Oh, it says not designated for return yet. So I don't know. He's on the verge, but maybe they hold him out 1 more week just to make sure he's 100% good. That was a day ago, the one that I just saw, but
yeah. You're gonna take the Broncos +8?
No. Sorry, I'm still debating what I want to do with this one.
What are you thinking? Think out loud.
Well, I was gonna be funny and pick the Eagles. Like that literally was my pick, and then I held off on it because my heart wouldn't let me say out loud that the Eagles were going to beat us. Like I just couldn't.
Don't worry,
Um,
I'll sound clip that right there.
should I pick the Patriots against the Bears just to mess with you? That would be funny, but no. I'm gonna go with my other gut pick. I'm gonna actually say because I talked
Oh, you know
about
what? Trevor Lawrence may not be playing for the Jags.
Oh, you're right. You're right. He's not going to play. Yeah, let's take the Vikings. That's actually a good one. I knew about that and I thought about making that pick when I heard some
Who's
stuff.
who's their backup? Do you know?
Don't know. I know last year, I mean, like 2 years ago, it was what's his name that's on the Raiders now, but I don't know who the backup is for the Jags.
Let me see. Jags QB depth chart. Mac Jones or CJ Beathard.
Oh, and
Yeah.
they're both trash, so
Yeah. Didn't Mac Jones play for the Patriots at one time or no?
yep.
I think of some. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no random shit about random ass bumps.
He's competent, but he's not. I mean, obviously, if Lawrence can't win with that team, and Vikings are a very good defense.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I like that one. Good call.
All right. So Bills -4, Lions -3.5, Commanders -2.5, Eagles -7.5, and Vikings -7.
I feel pretty confident about all of those. The only one that's going to be a questionable one a little bit is I think Commanders. Although that's they're playing really well, and I think the Steelers, they're a good team. So we'll see what happens.
All right. This is the time where I'd like to let you have the floor and talk about your experience with the LA Trash, aka Dodgers, and where you were when they won the World Series, and tell us all about your excitement.
First of all, don't ever put trash in the same sentence as the 2024 World Series champion, Los Angeles motherfucking Dodgers name. You hating asshole.
Man, the Yankees could not get anything going until the one game that they won. But like hitting wise throughout the whole series, they were just on the slump.
Yeah, they really couldn't do much. They only really took care of the game that they were supposed to win, that they had to win, right? Was the game against our bullpen, which were none of our quality starters. That was really, our way, Coach Robert's way of saying, you know what, if they get a hold of them and they win us in this game, then we'll give it up. It is what it is. So, dude, it was a great series. The Dodgers come out on top. I will say that the Yankees absolutely fucking fell apart in that game. They were up 5-0 going into the fifth inning and then just had a complete meltdown.
Yeah.
I mean, those errors are just, I can't tell you how many things I've seen already on like my Twitter feed and also on my Instagram of like, that's why fundamental baseball is so key. Like it gets lost on why fundamentals are so important. And the truth is they aren't. They're not a fundamental team. That was known about them. And it showed in that fifth inning. They fell apart 3 errors in a row. And there was other things throughout that like the Dodgers pushed them and were able to get a lot of people on base. I mean, it was like the Dodgers had people on base every single inning. And they just had a great series. They had a great series. Dude, I was nowhere crazy. I was just sitting at home with my son watching the game. But we were started hooting and hollering, and it was funny. I tried to actually go outside and light fireworks, but I couldn't find a damn lighter, so I couldn't light off fireworks.
Were there people lighting off fireworks?
There were absolutely people lighting off fireworks in the area. I had walked outside and like 4 people came out to their balconies in my complex and were cheering and stuff like that too. So it was pretty cool. there was no way in hell that I couldn't miss that or could miss that parade. So I did go to the parade. I actually kept running.
How was traffic?
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. So the parade started at like 11 o'clock, 11:15, and then it was like an hour long parade. Um, we got there around, I want to say like 8 o'clock. And then maybe it was like 7:30. I don't know. We hung out in the car, I think, for like 45 minutes. Got actually pretty close to where we were going, and then walked up. And we didn't try to force the issue or try to make it to the fence, or anything like that. To me, it's like you can still see them. Being that much closer is going to make that big of a difference. And I wasn't trying to be stuck up there. So we found a nice little spot.
And you know that from being at the Cubs parade.
No, actually, and we didn't push when we went to the Cubs parade. We didn't push forward either.
Yeah, I know.
No, actually, I learned that lesson the hard way of pushing to the front at Coachella for Weekend and Kanye. I was within like two people and we ended up getting like smushed. It was like you literally couldn't breathe because you had to be there early. You're standing there the entire time. Like people are so close and jam packed, like you literally can't breathe.
Yeah.
And then at Coachella, everybody's smoking and all of that. So there's literally like no air. It's wild.
Right.
I think there were actually like two people who passed out and they had to be taken out because, but I digress. So either way, we found a nice little spot. Got a good video of it right in the mix. And so my plan is because the parade's like, I want to say like a mile or two long, something like that. So my plan is we're going to go to the front of where the parade starts. So by the time that they pass us, we can leave and get out before all of the traffic piles up even more. You know what I mean? Because if you wait around and wait for everybody within that vicinity that's now leaving from the entire parade to go, I mean, you're just screwed. So because we were on the front end of it, it wasn't actually too bad. It still took us, I want to say, a good 30 minutes to get out of like the immediate mess, maybe 45. But it wasn't bad. There was no, I know, okay, if people want to hate and say LA is known for stupid stuff and idiot fans, but there was none of that. Like on the day of the parade, there was none of that. There was no idiots, no fights, none of that. However, the night that they won, it was wild in LA. LA went fucking stupid.
Yeah. I saw a video. Wasn't in LA. I believe it was in LA where the dude, there's a video going around with this guy lit off a firework and blew off 3 of his fingers.
Yeah, he let off this type of firework that's known for like having this stupid short fuse. The guy was an idiot. You could tell he didn't know. He probably just bought it, and he was holding it. And I don't know what his plan was. Like you could tell it had a tiny fuse on it, and he was holding it in his hand, and he just blew up. And dude, it was pretty mangled. I saw later ones of actual like the remnants of his hand after. And he had like nubs on 3 fingers. It was like, holy shit, dude.
Dude, imagine that, having your full working hands one day and then the next day you're walking around with one good hand.
Nope. Dude, that shit's wild. He'll never forget that shit. That's for damn sure.
And he'll always have a story to tell now.
Yeah. And then I don't know if you saw too, but like that night there were some people were getting rowdy. They lit up a bus for some reason.
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
I don't get that. Like some of the other stuff, like LA's known for shutting down streets and then doing like they do donuts.
Riots.
No, they do donuts. It happens all the time.
They do that shit out here too now.
Yeah, like it's known it happens in LA randomly on certain streets. Like the cops kind of just let them do it, and because it's more hassle to break it up. But, you add some stuff to that, and next thing you know, they got a fucking bus on fire, and but I didn't see anything where like looting got out of control or anything like that.
There was looting in a Nike store.
Oh, there was one Nike store.
For some reason, man, they love the loot when they can. It's crazy.
That's not the sad part is that's not even fans, bro. Like that's just LA idiots taking advantage of a situation, knowing that the cops are, sidetracked with other shit going on.
Yeah.
And they go take advantage of it and do shit like that because it's like they're just not the police force they can't. The LA's too big. There's too many damn people. They can't police it all. Like it's impossible.
They have the same shit going on here too. I did see one video where some little Mexican dude crawled up on a streetlight and was tagging it, and he put "go" and then he put Dodgers, but he spelled it with like DOGERS or some shit. That shit was hilarious.
He put the D and the G back. He spelled it backwards. He is an idiot.
You could tell he had an accent or something. He was spelling it the way he says it.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
That's funny though. There were a lot of people. All of the signals and everybody was climbing on anything and everything they could to like get a little bit higher ground.
Yeah.
The funny part is we were right by one of those poles and a kid ended up climbing up right in front of us. And Ryan had thought about climbing up, but a little bit earlier they had told somebody to get down. Or there was this guy dressed up in a Spider-Man suit, and he climbed up on one and was like hanging from it, like he was, Spider-Man legit. And then the cops told him to get down. But once the parade started going, they stopped policing it because everybody got up on top of trees. They were on the light poles. I saw people climb up on top of the little bus stops.
Yeah, they're doing the same shit here in Chicago when they had the parade. I just had a thought and I can't remember what it was. Damn it, I lost my train of thought.
It happens.
Yeah. I can't remember it now. Damn it.
I don't know. I'm excited for it though.
Did you think about going to a game? And did you look at tickets?
So the funny part is I told myself I wasn't gonna go. Mainly because I think I told you I was like, I can't go. I can't not take my son if I was gonna go to a game. He's a big Dodgers fan as well. Like there was no way. I just couldn't bring myself to spend $3,000, probably more, on 2 Dodgers tickets, and the parking was ridiculous. From what I saw that people were buying all parking and upselling it and shit like that. Like it was, I don't know. People are always trying to take advantage of stuff and make a buck when it comes to things. So, but that being said, my brother came out of the woodworks and he had seen somebody had posted that they were selling tickets and it included the 2 tickets and parking or something like that. And they were a little bit higher up. Definitely not as close as I was when I went in 2017. So I really contemplated it. I was like, man, I can't.
Was he liable? Was he liable though? I mean, I could easily see people getting scammed out of tickets, especially for like a World Series game.
So I didn't inquire. I didn't actually end up going and talking to the guy in order to but I was like, I had the biggest internal debate with myself for like half a day, I think, about getting tickets and going. But in the end, I didn't end up doing it. Granted, that was for the first 2 games. If they came home for game 6, it would have been probably even harder not to.
Dude, I swear Dodger Stadium is the worst parking ever.
Why? I don't, dude. So people claim that it's like really hard. I never have a problem getting out. I think people park in the wrong spots. Like I have this certain area that I usually park in, and every single time I've gone to Dodger Stadium, I get in and out just fine.
I'm just gonna drive off the goddamn cliff next time.
And no, I always get out of there within I want to say honestly within 20 minutes. I don't have a problem getting out. If you're going down the 2 main entrance exits because you parked in that section, then I mean that's your fault. You just don't know well enough to not park there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Well, we did it again. Congrats on the Dodgers. Congrats for you. They still suck, but congratulations on your little victory there. We'll be back next time. Next week, we got to talk about Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. That's next week. So we definitely got to record this a little bit earlier in the week, but appreciate everybody listening. Till next time. Peace.
Later.
The Tony Tones world.